Welcome everyone to the call today. Very exciting subject about writing a proposal and closing a deal. This is something that's very close to my heart. I've been able to do a number of proposals, and proposals are very, very powerful. And if you do them correctly, it can help you close a deal. It can also not only help you close a deal, but it can also help you get more sales in that same deal or with that same client. So we're going to go over a couple things that are very, very important. Before I start, I'll just go ahead and go down here. I'm in the university right here in the virtual campus, and we have it right here, how to put together a proposal. I'm in that section right there, and steps to putting together a great proposal and closing a deal, which I'm going to be going over each of these steps right here. And then down here, I'm going to show you, we go right down here, example of a real proposal. This is an actual proposal that I did, and this client came to me. It was a referral from Dr. Funk, and I got a phone call one day, and he's from Dr. Funk said, Vince, I got a person I'd like you to help out, and this was an attorney. He was actually on TV, and he wasn't getting the results he wanted online. He heard what I had done for Dr. Funk, and he said, do for me exactly what you did for Dr. Funk, but I'm probably going to spend more money. So what I did is, the first thing I did is I went in, I found his name, and I went and I isolated all of these areas of concern. I found all types of problems. His website, his phone number wasn't working. When you went to Google My Business, here, I'll just pull up his name. And we just finished this stuff just recently, so we're still building out his campaign. I just want to show you this as an example. So when we clicked on the website, this didn't work. He didn't have hardly any good reviews. When we went to Yelp, he's still building Yelp, and Yelp we'll get into is really tough, and this is where a lot of business owners need help. But he had a really bad review sitting down here, and if you look, you can see, Yelp will hide reviews. So he's got 6 hidden reviews. So very tough time on Yelp, so I gave him some advice. Also, he was on TV a lot, and a lot of these pictures that you see here were not being displayed on his website or his videos, so you couldn't find his videos very well. You couldn't find all that he was doing. So he wanted to highlight, his TV shows, because people would recognize these pictures when they saw it, because he was getting a lot of traffic from people coming on the TV show. So he was spending tons of money, but his internet marketing wasn't backing him very well. So we put together this proposal right here. So I talked to him one day. I had Franklin do a free traffic analysis on his competitors and on his website. We isolated these 17 different problems, between bad reviews, videos, not having enough videos showing up. And it was a darn shame, because he had spent so much money and he just wasn't getting the results, and he didn't have enough of his information showing online. So I isolated these 17 different problems, and I knew he told me he wanted all these different things in a quick phone conversation I had with him. And so I did the research. I went over here and I put together a really big #1 road to success. Now he is an attorney, and he had a lot of money to spend, so I knew that going into it. That was part of my research. And he needed directories, paid traffic, landing pages, SEO, websites, so tell us, motion graphics, and story videos. He needed all these things here. So when I first submitted this to him, he said that might be a little high. He wasn't ready to do the paid traffic campaign. So I showed him these other, I had a couple other ones on here. He ended up going with option number 3. So he spent $3,400 in one day. He got the directories. He did the SEO gold for backlinks. His concern here was like, this is 200 right here, so he went a little less. He wanted to do 100 backlinks. This is for SEO campaign. We did his website. He set up Sotellus. He did the motion graphic video, and he did 5 storyboard videos. He paid that right there. And he said once everything got set up, he was going to come back and he wanted to do a paid traffic campaign. So I'm actually going to probably get option 1 from him. He just wasn't ready to do it all right there. So you can see we put this proposal together. I gave him a number of options. Now this was a very big proposal. Not all proposals will be this size. This had to do with my research. So I put this together. So I talked to him on a Wednesday. put everything together, did the research. I did it all in one night. Franklin did the video that night. I talked to him the next day and closed the deal, had credit card and collected money, $3,400. Did it all within less than 24 hours. It was very easy. And the reason it was easy is because I put everything together. And I'm going to show you how to do proposals like this. And, you know, some will be smaller, some will be larger. But when you understand how to put a proposal together, it's very easy. So let's go back up here. So steps to putting together a great proposal. 1, research. Research is very, very important. And before you talk to a client, now this is mostly having to do with, in these proposals, internet marketing, because it envelops so many different aspects, because we teach the 5 pillars of the internet, which is a good website, video marketing, review marketing, social media marketing, and then also showing up on Google, the search engines. So what I do when I'm doing the research is I want to run a scan on their directories, and where you can do that, if you go right here to Agora, come into the marketplace, online business directory. Put the information right there, and it'll run a quick report. So we ran, here I'll show you one. This is, you know, one of our new reps actually had me do a couple proposals recently on, here's one of the ones we did right here. So you put your information in here. I always put my information. I'm a representative, and an email will be sent to you. Now, in that email, you'll get a link, and it will come over. I already had this ran, because sometimes it takes a few minutes, so I did my homework before the call. And you can see with this customer, they got a 46 visibility score. This is just a foundational product. Their Google was fine, but you can see where they had some problems on Yelp here. And then all these directories, you know, this is Amazon, Alexa. This is very important if they want to get found, you know, especially with all these new programs and these new devices, Siri and all that, Google Home, it looks like I have there, but, you know, these are not accurate. Look at all this, you know, this is your data aggregators. And you come down here and look at all these directories. These directories also help with the backlinking. It also helps them get found on the internet, and it also helps their website go forward. This is important for, like, here's Apple, Dun & Bradstreet, Superpages, Verizon. So these weren't even done. And then GPS mapping accelerators. This is for, you know, like different cars, TomTom, Audi, BMW, Chevrolet. So this is just a foundational product. You always want to run that scan right there. And so on this customer right here, this is personalized home health care. So going back here, you know, you want to do a free traffic analysis. And the way that you do a free traffic analysis is you come back here, come back into the marketplace, and right here, paid traffic analysis, go to forms, fill this form out right here. Paid traffic, you know, I usually do all 3 of these. You want to put the business name, contact name, right? Now this actually, you know, this right here you want to put your email in here, you know, to make sure that the email goes to you. I have it this way. So like if you're going to be doing this for a client, don't have them email directly to the client, have them email it to you. But you fill this information out right here. You want to find 2 competitors' websites, put it in there. Any notes, submit it. And within 24 to 48 hours, depending upon how busy he is, you'll get a video made. The video will look something like this. I did this one for Dr. Funk right there. Just a quick little video, 3 minutes. Sometimes they're a little bit longer. But what he's going to do, he's going to go into detail about their website. He's going to go into detail about the traffic that they're getting to the website. He's going to look at their competitors, how much traffic and backlinking they're getting. And then he's going to look at the potential opportunity, like what type of searches are going on Google and how much. So is there a real opportunity here, and like what would be the expense? And then he makes his recommendation. So that's very important. So you can see here's a couple of them that we have here. This is really informative. It's worth about $200 to a business owner, because a lot of business owners don't even know this information. And when you start talking about their competition, that's a very, very big deal, which we'll get into that. So then I look at their website. So here's personalized healthcare, right? And this is the one we run the scan for. They're in-home. So I went and looked at this website. Obviously, this looks like an outdated website, missing many factors for conversion. Looks like it was built in the 1990s. Has no conversion factor, no video. So you can tell that, you know, this client definitely needs a new website. Testimonials, a little weak, obviously. And so, obviously, if I'm talking to this business owner, I would recommend a new website or a landing page. We wouldn't drive traffic to this site. When we did some research on his reviews, now check this out. So here's Personalized Home Healthcare. Look at this, 4 Google reviews, 3-star, right? So click on that. Poor service, dishonest, poor communication will turn you into Auto Protect service without an attempt to partner with you to resolve issues. Poor service. Okay, so this right here is really hurting his business. When I talked to the business owner, so after we talked to the business owner, I did the research. One of the #1 things that he even knew was like, wow, I know my reviews are bad. And I guarantee you these bad reviews right here are hurting him very bad. And a lot of business owners don't know what to do. He even said, I tried to get reviews, didn't know what to do. That's one of the areas we specialize in with Sotellus. That's why I recommend Sotellus. So this customer had a bad website, bad reviews. So he's a prime example. Directories were bad. I mean, this guy's just striking out all over the internet. So I look at the quality of the website, calls to action. Does have reviews, does have videos. So he doesn't have any videos, right? So videos play a very important part in marketing. It will convert 68% more if you have a video on your website. Also, it shows up on Google. So I look at their social media sites, Facebook, Twitter. I look up the reviews on Google, Yelp, Facebook. You know, so I'm looking at the reviews. I do a search on Google, and this is important. So I just look up in their category, like if you do a search on their business, and so he's an in-home care Sacramento. So I want to find out what's kind of going on with some of his competitors. So here are some of his competitors right there. So we'll go back right here, in-home care Sacramento. So look at this, 35 reviews. Remember, he had 4 reviews and 2 of them were bad. This is a 5-star. I guarantee you he's losing business to these people right here. So you get an idea. When you start talking competitors, what your person's competitors are doing. Now, this is very, very important. For a business to succeed, they have to be #1 or very high up in their area. If they're not, they're going to lose business. When people do a search and they find a competitor that has better reviews than them or better offer, they are losing business. Another thing that Yelp does, look at this, the 10 best home in healthcare, right? This sticks up on top of these search engines. And look, if you're not found here, look at that. So you can see that's probably hurting this customer. 20 reviews. California Health Caregivers is their competitor. So he's got to beat this person out if he wants to get a lot of online business, because this is what people are seeing when they do a search. So when I start talking to a business owner, this is something they can do themselves. They can pull it up. They just don't know how to solve these problems sometimes, and that's why they're in the mess they're in. They don't know where to look, who to go to. And this is why we're so powerful with Agora helping businesses, because we help solve all these problems. So I'll give you an example. Let's go look at, Dr. Funk, and let me just show you this right here. Dr. Funk Chiropractic. We'll back this up right here. When I first started working with him, he had 1 Google review, and his website had no conversions to it, no video, and his directories were messed up because he had moved locations and he didn't get his location straight, so people were showing up to the wrong place, and he was not showing up very high on Yelp. So look at now. So we put together, and Sotellus can help a customer get Yelp reviews. We worked on this, and so we got 23 reviews, but let me show you something. When you type in, now each person's a little different. He didn't want me to do any SEO because he was getting a lot of traffic from coming in from some hospitals. So he said, I don't need the SEO, but I do need my reviews and my website. So let me show you this. Chiropractors Roseville. So doing a search with his competitor. Look at this. Look remember when I first started working with him, he had 1 review. Thomas Chiropractic was beating him out all over the place and went and just taking the clients from him. So look at him now. I mean, he's got twice as many, if not more, reviews than him and climbing. But look at this, Yelp. See this right here? This is what gets 33% of most clicks, and this is something Yelp does. The best 10 chiropractors in Roseville. Let me show you this. There's your ads right there. Thomas, and look, Dr. Funk. He was 14 pages back. I got him to number 2. And, you know, Yelp is kind of a tough one to work with. Look, they got 56 reviews, and he's beating them out. He did do some advertising with them. So this is very crucial. But now he says, Vince, people come to my website, and they say, I love my website. We put all the conversion factors on his website. We built this website for him here. We say people love us on Yelp. We dropped in all his videos on here. So when you're scrolling down, you're looking at his website, you know, you can see these videos on there. I mean, this has been an amazing experience for him. So we revolutionized his business. And, you know, when you come up here, also when you look at reviews, we used the Sotellus app. I want to show you, we dropped all these reviews on here. Remember, one of the things they say is have 20 different reviews on your site and also video. So we dropped his video testimonials on here. And then you scroll on down. You can just see, I mean, and then we got his Sotellus. Look, 141 reviews right there with Sotellus. He tells me, Vince, every single day people come in and say they love my website. He's getting conversion. And this is exactly what we want. He's number 1 in his area. So when you're working with a client like this, he's not going to be winning his business over because he doesn't have a good website, bad reviews, so things are, you know, not working correctly. So this is a great example of a client that could use a lot of help, and we can help them. So when you come back to here, research, you can see now that having done the research really makes a difference. So I studied their competition. I looked at all these different areas. So now when I get ready to make a discovery call with them, I'm knowledgeable. I know what I'm talking about. I have some history, and it's not hard to do. You just got to look their name up and just look around. Look for problems. Look for, you know, look for things that they're doing right and things that they're doing wrong, because you're not going to sell something to them. If they have a great website, then there's no need to, you know, propose a website to them. Now, the second part of doing a proposal is the discovery call. And I put right here, listen, listen, listen. Now, just because this customer needs a new website, right, or he needs reviews or he needs videos, there's all types of things he needs. That doesn't mean I'm going to put that in the proposal, because I have to listen to them. I've got to find out. Now, before you get into that, you want to start talking to them and just get to know them and, you know, become a friend of them, you know. I like to, you know, be personal, ask them personal questions where they're at, you know. And just start asking great questions. What you're trying to do is you're trying to find out where they're at, you know, how much they're willing to spend, or what other forms of marketing are they doing now, did it work, what are their goals. You know, you want to do a lot of fact-finding. That fact-finding is very, very important, and also forming a relationship with them. And then just listen, listen, listen. And then after you've listened, you've asked the right questions, so you've done the research. So let's say they need a website, they need reviews, they need video, they need everything. But they say, I don't want to change my website, but I would like help with my reviews. Or I just spent a bunch of money you know, making videos. So, you know, I'm not going to make a recommendation to them for something they're telling me they don't want, even though they need it. So that's very important. Just because they need it doesn't mean I'm going to propose it to them if they tell me they don't want it right there. Now, what I'm looking to do is find out their needs compared to what they're willing to spend, and then just get a sale, even if it's just one item. Now, when I did the proposal with Caraway, he was ready to spend a lot of money, and he was ready to do it right now. So when I put all this together, you know, this client was ready to go. So these recommendations were very valid based upon things he told me and things I knew he needed. And he moved into this one right here. It was a very easy sell because I did my homework and I listened to him. So when you do your homework and you listen to the client, you know, and this is where the discovery call comes in. You're making a recommendation on your research and the information you found. And then one of my final questions I asked in my discovery call, I mean, this is my golden question right here. After I've done my research, I've done the call, I've got to know him, I know where he's at, what he needs, what he's willing to spend, what type of marketing he has done. And if the conversation is going very well, you can tell if they like you, they like what you're saying, they understand, you know. And if you've done the research, you come across very knowledgeable, and you're just there to help. I always ask, when are you looking to get something started? This single question can help you, because however they answer it, like, no, I'm not ready to do something, it's going to be a couple months, or like, now I want to do something right away, like, I'm ready now. You might be able to close the deal right then and there. You may not even have to put together a written proposal. You might just be able to close it and say, well, why don't you sign up right now? You know, you don't have to stretch the process out if you don't have to. You only stretch it out if you feel that they need more information. So based upon this question, I learned so much information where they're at, if they're ready to buy, because I didn't say, do you want to buy? I say, when are you looking to get something started? So that means I'm assuming they're going to want to do something with me, right? So I'm assuming to sell. And, you know, if you go back up here, you can look at how to learn better closing sales techniques. So this question is an assumptive sell. I mean, I'm just assuming they want to buy from me, that, you know, off of my research, what they told me they need and how I can help them. If they say, yeah, I need some help with my reviews right now, or, man, I need to get those directories fixed right now. Here, I had one person say, I don't even need to talk to my wife. Here's my credit card, you know, and we fixed his directories right then and there. And then he ended up buying a website and, you know, a number of other items. I think he did video and a couple of the products we have. So, and then moving down here, when you're going over, I just want to add this note here, F here. When you're going over this discovery call with them and you've done this research, you want to make sure you don't embarrass the client, and you're not there to, you know, be like better them. You want to have an attitude that you're really there to help them, because that will make a big difference. Especially if they got bad reviews, be careful in reading those reviews to them, because it can be very, very embarrassing. You can get into some very tough stuff. Every once in a while, I might read one or two, you know, just to let them know the seriousness of how bad these reviews are affecting them. And they go, yeah, but they're going to want to go, well, that person did this, you know. We don't want to get into their business and what happened in that situation. We're just here to say, look, you need to get better reviews. You need to bury those bad reviews. But come across humble, and you're just there to serve them, and they'll appreciate your constructive criticism. So be very careful when you're going over your research with them. You know, you don't want to look high and mighty or make them feel bad, because they may not want to do business with you, although they need help. You have the answers. You know, they have to know that you really care about them and their business. So this is very, very important, because this can be very, very sensitive to their business, especially nowadays with the reviews and the cruel stuff people can write. Or they may just be a bad business and they don't have, you know, when you're going there to try to help a business, you can't fix someone's online reviews if they've got bad customer service. They've got to work on the customer service. So I teach them things like that. So once the call has gone over well, I've done my research, I had a great call with them, and I've ascertained kind of what they want, what they're willing to spend, then I move to a proposal. So after talking to this guy, he needed directories, he needed a website, and he needed better reviews, right? We looked in here, he's got bad reviews. So I put together, and this is actually one we're working on right now, and based upon what he needed, now he needed a whole bunch more, but based upon what he needed and what he told me he was willing to spend, he was open potentially to a website, but in particular, he really wants the Sotellus. So I just put option 2 in here, and I put this in here just so he knows what he wants. Now, when you put this together, when you're putting together the proposal, I list some of the problems, some of the things we talked about, and you want to make sure, whatever, you know, you're not loading this up with a bunch of stuff that he told you he doesn't want. Very important. So he'll probably buy this one right here, and he might buy the website later. Sometimes they'll start with one product with you, and then they'll buy other products later, and that's the beauty of Agora. You can always go back to them later. So when you put it together and you come down to the proposal, so if you want to get a blank copy, if you click right here, it'll take you over to our document library, or you can find the document library by coming right here, clicking on Documents, Agora Sales Tools, Blank Proposal. You can download the file. It's uploading over here on my other thing, and here's a blank proposal. So we already have one for you. This is in WordPress. You can go in there, you can edit it, and you have my example to look at. Areas of concern, write the different ones, items, setup fee, monthly, first payment total. So if you look at this, I've gathered this information off our website, and the place you go to get that information, let's come back over here to the website, go back into the marketplace. So for Sotellus, if I recommended the lower one right here, where you can actually come into plans, right? $299 setup, $89 a month. So when I come here, $299 setup, $89 a month. So he's going to pay $388 today, and his monthly is going to be $89 right there. See that right there? And I got that information right here. So each product has its different, setup fee first month. Each one's a little bit different. If you come in now, if he wants a website or paid traffic, you want to come right here. You go into plans, and this shows you how much is due, or you can download this right here. And I recommend if you're going to send them a website, or they want a website, make sure you send them a link to this right here so they can actually see what they're going to get with that website. Goes over each option on there, or paid traffic campaign. This is very, very important when you're doing your proposal that you include all this information. So if we go back to come back in here, virtual campus, come back down there to put together a proposal. And then here's the links to website, e-commerce. So if you're going to recommend a website, e-commerce website, SEO, paid traffic, here's their price tag. We don't have them on every single one of them, but these are the main ones you're going to be doing. So it's important to remember proposal designed to get the customer to buy what they are ready to spend at that time. So you may not pick up everything that they need. You're just there to help them with what they're ready to buy. Remember, they can always come back and buy later. Now, this is very important, and I put this and highlighted. Never send a proposal to a client without talking to them first. So what I mean by that is you've done your research, you do a discovery call. After the discovery call, don't just email a proposal over. What you want to do is you want to get them back on the phone after you put this together. So what you might say at the end of this call, I will get back with you either in a couple hours or by tomorrow, and I'll have a proposal. These proposals should only take maybe about maximum a half hour to put together, probably even less time than that. And it's just a matter of you getting the prices together based upon the conversation and adding the totals up for them. And this is very important. You send it over to them. You want to get on the phone with them, and once you're on the phone, then you're going to email it to them at that point. Or you can do a screen share, however you want to do it, and you go over it with them. And then, okay, so you said this, and now if they told you they want to get started right away, well then, based upon the proposal, and you kind of know what they want, you already know what they're willing to spend, what they need. You could probably close that deal right there. It could be same day, it could be next day. Like that very big one. When I did with Caraway, that was. I talked to him one day and closed it the next day, and the guy bought $3,400 in that one day. So, you don't have to, you want to make sure you're in communication. You don't want to send something over because they're not going to understand it the way you understand it. Although it looks simple to us, we could go over this proposal, right? This could be very confusing to a business owner. Although it's simplified, it's best to go over it with them. When I went over this with Charles, he said, "Okay, Vince, hold on." And he didn't know if he wanted to do 200 backlinks or 1,000. He wanted to be around $1,000 a month. Monthly, he didn't have a problem spending, a one-time fee, but he was watching his monthly right here. So he wanted to watch his monthly for whatever reasons, right? And although he had a lot of money, they still have other expenses. So he said, "I want to go with the 100 backlink." He chose this one. He said, "Vince, I'm almost there. I'm almost there." Once we came to agreement, then he said, "Will this fix these problems?" I said, "Yes, it will." So we paid the money, and we started working on the problems. And, you know, I'm going to show you later. He's going to be giving me a video testimonial. He's very, very happy with what we did for him, and his campaign's going very well. So always call them. Get them on the phone. Remember, they may not buy everything in the first go-around, but you can always come back to them later and upsell more products. You know, and that's based upon the conversation. Once you do something very well for a customer and they're happy with it, they'll buy more from you, and they might turn all their business over to you, especially if you earn their business and you give them good customer service. You want to kind of give them an idea how long each project will take in time frames. Now, if you're doing a website, Franklin will tell you the time frames or the paid traffic. You know, websites take about a month. Paid traffic, you know, it actually says on the sheet, if you look on here, it's like 7 to 10 business days. I believe they have time frames on here. You know, there's certain time frames based upon how they want it. I'm not sure if it has it on here, but you want to ask Franklin if you don't see it on here. You know, basically what the time frame will be. Normally it's about 7 to 10 business days to get the setup going and to get their campaign up and running. But you know, a paid traffic campaign may not start until after, if they buy a website, may not start until after the website is up and running. And they can still buy this around the same time because, you know, there is some research and some setup that takes place with the paid traffic. So now, after you get the sale, you close the deal. One thing I just want to tell you, being a project manager is very, very, very important. And what I mean by that is, so although we are going to do most of the work and things are built and the vendor will, you know, help close the deal and also work on the project, you're going to want to do follow-up. The follow-up is very, very important. Number one, you want to stay in relationship. You want to also make sure that sometimes clients don't give the vendors what they need, or they miss important phone calls, such as, hey, I need your logo, or I need your approval on your content for your website, or I need approval before I get this paid traffic campaign out. Sometimes the clients don't get back to the vendors, and the vendors have a tough time reaching them. But you already know them, or you might live near them, or you know, you might be able to go visit them and say, hey, you bought this. We need to help get this closed. The speed in which you make sure that this stuff is done will ensure them buying more products from you. So communication is crucial, especially in the first few days and weeks of the sale. No one wants to buy something, even if they get busy, and feel like no one's communicating to them. You want to make sure the vendor communicated to them, if it's either Sotellus or whatever product it is. Now, if it is Sotellus, there is some setup you can do there. And this call is not, we're not going to go into deep detail. But one thing, if you do sell Sotellus, which is one of our popular items, is we have a training video back here. I would suggest you watch this training video, and you can learn a lot about, right here. You can learn a lot about how to sell this product. We have tons of videos. And then by watching these videos yourself, you can learn the product, because there's some of that setup you can do yourself. I also personally help in the Sotellus setup, you know, us communicating with the customers. So I'm here to help you guys close deals, write proposals, you know, but it's not hard. Once you learn a couple simple things, anyone can put together a proposal. They don't have to be really overcomplicated or overthought. You're just looking for certain things, and based upon this information, you have a great call, you form a friendship, you ask them some questions, and then based upon that, you're making recommendations because you listen to them. So once again, if they said, I need a website, but I don't want to buy a website right now, then you're not going to put that in the proposal, right? You're going to stick to what you heard. You put your proposal together, you email it over, you communicate with them, and then once you make the sale, you stay in communication until the website's up. Now, I don't talk to Dr. Funk all the time now, but when I was first starting this campaign, or with Charles, I had to talk to him a little bit. Charles, my attorney, he's so busy. He said, Vince, I don't have much time to talk. I just need you to get it all done. So I stayed on top of it, made sure everything got done, and we did get his website completed. Now he's got a nice website. He's working on his reviews. We got all of his videos over on YouTube, and he's finding success. He's very, very happy. And like I said, I'll be getting his, he already told me he'll give me a video testimony, so I'll be adding that in here when I get it. So hopefully this helps you understand putting together a proposal, very, very easy to do. Not complicated, just, if you're not sure, like on the research, I would definitely recommend you watch What Are the Five Pillars of the Internet. This training here teaches you the 5 pillars of the Internet. We go into detail, break it down. Based upon this information, I use this almost in every sales call because I'm looking at their website, and here's facts, right? That make a good website or a bad website. Go into these details, come down here, here's review facts, very important. I use these facts to help close deals, let business owners know the facts about reviews. Most of them already know it. Working my way down to video, social media, search engine. And then we do have a longer training video here if you'd like to watch that. It is kind of a long one extensively. But this is the basics of how to put together a proposal. Hopefully this helped you. Simplified it. I have everything here at the click of these buttons. This training call will be placed back here also. I'll be making a tab down here. Still have access to this call to go over again. But like I said, very, very easy. Here's another, just show you this right here. We'll end it with this, but here's another proposal we put together recently. So one of our new reps we put two proposals together in one day. Now this one I just have one option based on information. Her directories are messed up. She needs a review. She really wanted this product. She needs a paid traffic campaign and a promo video. We put this one together here. She'll probably, what I figure after listening to the customer, when I'm going to meet with her, with the sales agent, with the advisor, she'll probably get the directory, so tell us, the promo video, and then later we'll do paid traffic. When we did a little bit of research, and see if I have it here, she has some of the same competitors. Let me back this one off right there. So what I'll do is actually I will go in here and we'll do it live right now. So TLC. So she's got 2 Google reviews, right? Now one thing she's doing, look at this. See it on Yelp right here? Let me just show you this. She's doing a paid traffic campaign on Yelp, and she's got no Yelp reviews, but she is paying for an ad. So she doesn't have this developed, so I recommended you get this worked on. And then one of the things we teach let me go back over here. One of the things I teach right here, if you go to the 5 pillars of the Internet, just want to show you this right here. Branding, visibility, and promotion. These are very important. Some people start paying for ads and they don't have their website looking good. They don't have good reviews. So for instance, I had a person, well, we could even take this person right here. If this guy starts paying for ads, like a paid traffic campaign, and he doesn't have good reviews and he's got bad reviews, right? You come over here, he's got a bad website, doesn't convert, he's probably wasting his money. And I've seen some people spend up to $2,000 and they can't figure out why it's not working. Why am I not getting calls? And I go right back here, branding. Does your website look good? Do you have good reviews? Or do you have your visibility? What are people finding? Your phone number, your address, your reviews. And then you move into promotion. That's when you start doing ads and campaigns. And if they do this out of order, it's almost like throwing money down the drain. Like this guy, if he did paid ads right now, I'd never recommend just a straight paid ad campaign. Now, if he insists that we do paid traffic campaign, then we have to do what the customer wants. Even if so there are some customers you can make recommendations, you do the research, and they still want what they want, and you have to go with what they want because, a customer can buy whatever he wants. It may not be what I would recommend, but we still have to give the customer what they want. That's where listening comes in. So if I do the research, I do a discovery call, he doesn't listen to anything I say, and he says, I just want to do paid traffic campaign. That's all I want. I know I got bad reviews. I know I got a bad website. We still, go ahead and sell that to him. Because, but then if it doesn't work, you can always go back and say, well, the reason it's not working are because of the reasons I said here. But most business owners understand this. When you understand these principles, you're really there to help the client. You will help them. You will help them not waste money. And if you do it in order, you know, we still have to sell them what they want, but if you do it this way, they'll respect your professional opinion. And remember, if they have a good website, do not recommend that they get a new website. Maybe they have to make just a couple small changes, because what you don't want is, you know, someone that has buyer's remorse, where they buy something one day and then they have remorse later. Or we don't want chargebacks, or we don't want bad reviews for Agora. So that's why we want to go in, and we don't want to oversell them or undersell them. And if you go through these processes of your research, listening to the client, putting together a proposal based upon that information, when you make the sale, you do the follow-up, stay a little bit in contact with them, because remember, you can get more sales out of them. You're going to be very successful with Agora. You can close a lot of deals, and it's not hard. With that being said, are there any questions out there? Or does anyone have a website you would like me to look at, or a customer that you would like me to look at?
Vince, this is Troy.
Yes, Troy.
Can you hear me? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I know I used to do a lot of proposals in the past, and something else that I, especially if the customer isn't specifically, if they're doing things or asking for things that I'm advising against, I always tried to have like a folder or some sort of note-taking way to write down notes, so that later on, if, you know, a year later they go, geez, I really wasn't happy with this or whatever, you can look back on it and see what it is that you were suggesting, what the conversation, you know, and you can say, oh, you know, actually, I was thinking that it would be better if you had done this, but you decided to do this other thing. You know, at least then you can kind of, you can, if you record stuff properly, you can go back and know what happened.
Well, that's where this comes in, areas of concern. So when I first started working at Careway, he had no phone number on his website. And, you know, links weren't working. His Google My Business link to his website wasn't working. I mean, he was in really, really bad shape and needed some immediate attention. But yeah, you're right. You can always refer back to this. I have had clients that have gone against my recommendations, moved forward, did other things, and it didn't work out for them. You know, and sometimes those clients probably won't stay with you. If people, one thing, you know, that you can be confident about when you're out in the field, a lot of people make complaints about marketing companies, like, hey, I did this marketing and it didn't work. When you get into the 5 pillars of the internet that I teach, this breaks down why people don't have success on the internet. And this is all based upon facts. Either on their website not being able to convert, having bad reviews, no video, maybe don't have a strong enough social media foundation, or how they show up in the search engines. Most people start everything with the search. They're going to look them up online. You know, so study the competition, study how you look, and what's really helpful is just taking a business owner, or I come right here, say, let's just look you up, or, you know, let's look up right now and do it. And if they do it live, this is even more powerful, because this doesn't lie. We'll go in care Sacramento, right? I just do it live sometimes. Okay, I just went on the internet and this is what I found. Oh, they got 35 reviews. Well, let me look. Who else is your competitors? And sometimes this right here is valuable. A lot of business owners don't even think to do this. They're afraid of their competition. They need to be thinking about their competition and beating them online. And the companies that do get most of the business. You know, look, Yelp shows up right there, you know. And, you know, so Sotellus can help them get Yelp reviews. Yelp is tough. I'm not going to, you know, and so here, look at all these. When I pull up, this person right here showed up in the 2nd spot. Great website. Look at that. Video. Reviews. Best home care, like Authority Marketing. Needs to beat this person right here. If he wants to get a whole bunch of business, then he needs to be outdoing this customer right here. This customer did something right. They got their SEO together. I mean, look, they showed up on page 1 of Google. Guarantee you, someone goes to that website, they'd be impressed. Would you be impressed looking at this website compared to this website? Look, in the same area, it does the same thing. And here, why don't we, home care assistant, right? Without knowing much about that client right there, I guarantee you they have great reviews. Let's find out. Home care assistant. Okay, right there, right? 6 strong Google reviews, no bad reviews. 5. I mean, they could get more. They should get up to 20, right? Here they are in Yelp. 4 out of 5. So, they need a few more Yelp reviews. They got one bad one, right? 2 are hidden. I mean, they could use. I mean, this client here would probably love Sotellus. So let's say now that's a good. Now here's another thing. Let's say someone has great reviews, a great website, right? But you can still sell them Sotellus because Sotellus is a unique product, and I would still recommend Sotellus to this client because it would, they're doing pretty. They got a great website, but this should be. Look at Dr. Funk. He's got 128 Google reviews. The golden number is 20 reviews on your website or on Google. That's the golden number, they say, that builds confidence in people when they do a search. 20 reviews, remember that. So when I look at a website, I'm going to look right here. They should have 20 reviews. So this client has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you go to Dr. Funk, he's showing 141 reviews. That's why it converts. So these are some of the secrets, some of the reasons why people get business and others don't. Are there any other questions out there, or anyone have a client they'd like me to look up? And if you guys need help in the future, give me a call. I'm here to help you. Look at your proposal. I get on the call and I help close deals. I had one rep. I closed the whole deal and made them tons of money. So Agora is growing so fast. I can't keep up with everything. That's why I do these train videos. Because if you go through all these videos back here in the university, we do step by step. How do I get started? These are quick little videos. So if you bring someone new in, I would recommend listening to these. I put the time on there. We try to keep them pretty short. How to close sales techniques. This is the call we did with Troy on how do I get leads from LinkedIn. That's a video right in there. So, we work on this back here so you can duplicate it and learn how to do this. Are there any other questions? If not, I probably did a really good job. So hopefully you guys can see it's simple, it's easy, not hard to do, and you can close tons of deals. You look knowledgeable. And if you listen to this video, read through this information right here, anyone can do this. You just have to find a need, a pain point, and then have an answer, and then make a proposal. And listen, listen, listen. I can't express that enough. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. If you really, nothing worse than doing research, get on a call, you talk to a business owner, they tell you that they don't want a website, and you keep pushing a website down their throat because you didn't listen to them. They won't respect you, and they probably won't buy from you because you're not listening. And you could see, I've been on the call, and someone, where I've seen some sales rep, they know the customer needs something. They just keep shoving it down their throat. And when the business owner's saying, I don't want to do it right now. I don't want to do it right now. Yeah, but your reviews are bad and you need da, 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 da. And almost argumentatively with the business owner based upon, because when you have this information, I mean, it's really easy to get very zealous and overzealous with the business owner and try to force it down their throat. And even as much as they need it, you can only sell to them what they're willing to buy. You don't want them buyer's remorse, or you don't want them upset with you. I listen to people. So like in the different proposals, I find all types of things people need. But I just realized, look, if they buy one item from me now, I could probably, if I get in a relationship with them, I can upsell more items and continue to help them. And I do it all the time. We upsell products all the time to business owners. Or they come back later and they go, that website, I think I'm ready for that. Can you go over that information again? And, if you send this information to them, that has the information of the website, they go back and read that. They watch those videos, if you show them how much type of traffic they can get. Because things change, or their eyes get open and they change their mind. They have a change of heart. And if you treated them right, they'll want to do business with you. And you got to remember this too. When you sell them something on the internet, there's a lot of competition, people calling and trying to win over their business. So knowing your stuff and forming a relationship really ensures them going with you. Are there any other questions out there or any comments? Gene, you have anything? If not, hopefully this helped you. Like I said, it'll be in the back office here. We'll also email it out for the people that missed the call. I really appreciate everyone out there. And the nice thing, like this proposal, I just helped the client put together this week. And we also helped put that other one together for the personalized home care. And very exciting, very, very exciting. You're able to help a lot of people, and you can revolutionize a business. So with that being said, thank you, everyone, for being on the call. And I appreciate all of you. And keep up the good work.
Good job.